Welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about how to get yourself inspired and especially how to get yourself out of a rut. So if you've been feeling maybe kind of in a slump lately and you need to get some inspiration so that you can get back to work, start making progress on your goals, and start feeling better about life, then I hope that you find these tips incredibly helpful. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button to let me know and to help more people find this video. My first suggestion for how to get yourself inspired is to dream wild dreams. So often we confine ourselves to only thinking about and dreaming those things that seem practical or easily obtainable, things that we can see ourselves doing. But if we can give ourselves that permission to really dream wild dreams and to expand our thinking, to imagine what could be possible, this will really help to inspire us and to open our mind to greater possibilities. How I like to do this is to pull out my journal and just let myself write about everything that I might hope to one day obtain, things that I might hope to one day become or do or experience. This lets me release those boundaries that I'm putting on my mind and putting on my goals because I'm not doing a proper planning session. I'm not saying this year I'm going to achieve X, Y, or Z. Instead, I'm just imagining what could be possible, what I would someday like to do. And like I said, this just allows me to be more open-minded about possibilities. My second suggestion is something that I especially love doing, and that is to declutter my workspace. You know how good it feels to declutter a space, make it clean, make it clear, open things up so that you feel more free, you feel less overwhelmed by all the junk that's piling up. You know how good that feels, right? So give yourself this gift and give yourself some inspiration by decluttering your workspace or perhaps your entire house, especially if you are like a stay-at-home mom and your workspace is really your house, then I would encourage you to declutter your entire house. But at least declutter your office or your desk, and you'll find that you'll feel much lighter and much more inspired. Tip number 3 is to make a list of things that bring you bliss. So instead of just thinking, what do I like to do or what do I do that makes me happy, what do you do or what could you do that would really bring you bliss, extreme happiness, sublime happiness? What are some things that you really enjoy on a deep, deep level? Making a list of those things will not only give you clarity about what those things are that you really enjoy, but it also will make it easier for you to actually take action and schedule some of those things onto your calendar, which will give you inspiration and also will help you enjoy life more. Tip number 4 is to change your surroundings. Now this could mean that you go and work in a different place than normal. So sometimes instead of sitting here in my office and working, I like to take my laptop and my phone and my calendar all to a local coffee shop and work from there. I find that simply changing the atmosphere and changing my surroundings really helps to get me out of a rut and helps me to feel more inspired. Of course, that's the whole point of this video, right? But by changing my surroundings, I see new possibilities and I get out of a slump. Sometimes when I'm working in my office, I find that day after day I'm working more and more slowly. But when I change up my surroundings and go and work in a different place, then it really brings new life to my work. You also can change your surroundings by taking a walk in the park or even by scheduling a vacation. My 4th suggestion is to read an inspiring book. Or you might consider listening to an inspiring book. That's something that I've been really enjoying doing lately, is listening to books using the Audible app from Amazon. I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite books that I've listened to over the past year or so that I found really inspirational. The first one is The $100 Startup by Guillebeau, and that one is all about stories of people who started businesses with really small budgets and just bootstrapped their way to success. So there's tons of really inspirational stories in that book. The second book is a popular one lately. It's by Sincero and it's called You Are a Badass. And it's all about taking charge of your life and making things happen and not just letting life happen to you. The third book is called Year of Yes and it's by Shonda Rhimes, who is the creator of Grey's Anatomy and a whole bunch of other really popular TV shows. And in her book, Year of Yes, she writes all about how she was saying no to everything because she was scared of all these opportunities that were coming coming her way. And so she decided to instead start saying yes to everything that scared her, and it really changed her life. So I found it to be really inspirational because it opened my mind to the potential opportunities that are out there waiting for me if only I stop being scared and start saying yes. And then one final book that I found really inspirational and empowering was Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. It's kind of a classical self-help, personal development type of book, but it really shows you how to take charge of your own life, stop playing the victim, and instead create success for yourself, which you know is something that I am so passionate about myself. I'll leave links to all of these books down below so that you can find them and check them out and give them a listen or a read yourself. My sixth tip for getting more inspiration in your life and to get out of a rut is to invite someone who you look up to out for coffee. So someone who you do know, I'm not talking about like reaching out to some famous person you've never talked to before. I mean, you certainly can do that, but I'm sure that there are people in your life who you look up to, who inspire you, who perhaps you don't connect with on a very regular basis. Maybe this is your dad or an uncle or an aunt who you see as someone who is successful in life or really enjoys their life or has a lot of wisdom to share. Reaching out to one of these people, perhaps someone older and wiser than you, asking them out for coffee and sharing that experience with them can really help to inspire you, and also can be a great source of wisdom and can perhaps give you some clues or ideas about where you should take your life next. And then tip number 7 for how to get some inspiration into your life is to schedule something that you've been procrastinating on. You guys know I love the practical tips, and really taking action in your own life is a great way to inspire yourself. So take a look at your to-do list or think back in your brain, what is something that you've been procrastinating on, putting off, that you would feel a lot better if it just got done. Maybe this is a tiny, tiny little thing, or maybe it's a really big thing that you need to take care of. Either way, take the time to figure out what the next step that you need to take in order to resolve that thing that you've been procrastinating on is, and then schedule that next step on your calendar. I know that simply by taking action, you will feel much more inspired and much more empowered in your own life. If you need some more inspiration or perhaps some clarity in your life, then I have a free worksheet that you'll find really helpful. It covers some different questions that can help you gain clarity in your life, and you can download it for free by clicking the link in the description box down below. So now my question for you is, how do you like to inspire yourself? When you are feeling in a rut, what do you do to change that state? Leave me a comment down below to share both with me and with everyone else in the community. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and then click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss my next video. I make 2 videos every single week about success, entrepreneurship, and personal development, and I'd love to have you join me for the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Gillian Perkins, and have an amazing rest of your week.